I'm sorry this is crooked. This is the only way. My audio is going to be bad too, because I didn't bring my mic out here. Yeah, if you guys have followed my Instagram page, you guys saw this in July, maybe early August, something like that. Or wait. Yeah, I think it was early August, late July, something along those lines. Just check it out. There's a couple photos of it, more close up, because I'm not going to be able to do close up right here. The staff is supposed to be 5'10", something like that. 5'10", or because I'm 6 foot. I'm just barely, so it's either 5'10" or 5'11", something like that. But I'm also wearing boots, so it's probably 6 foot. I'm just wearing, well, they're not that big of a lift. Whatever, it's almost 6 foot tall. This thing towers over some of my friends. It's hilarious. But anyways, the main part of the staff, the actual base of the staff, is a piece of driftwood that curves up. And I don't know, I picked it up out of Lake Manistique, and I'm like, hey, I kind of like this. I'm gonna use it. I was originally searching for an elm branch. That's a whole druidic thing for birthdays and stuff that gets a little cringy to some people, so I'm not going to talk about it. I was looking through 100 acres of woods for an elm branch, but I wasn't too happy with what I found. And I was looking for a new one because I originally made a staff when I was 12, and it had engravings along it. It had a fake axe head made out of wood that was engraved with a bear and everything else on it. And it was the first thing I ever made, just completely original. So I remade it because I broke that one on accident. It snapped in half because I was falling downhill. And I think I've mentioned that in another video. But I wanted to make something original again and make a staff this time, because I haven't made a staff or anything that I consider useful for myself in 5 years. So what I did is I took a piece of driftwood out of Lake Manistique Lake, and I whittled off everything but the head. There's a mosquito flying. How are you still alive? It's 50 degrees. I whittled all of this off except the head, which still has like remnants of crust and sand on it, which I think is kind of cool. The head is also covered in amethyst and sapphires that I crushed up, and there's little flecks of copper here and there, which I think is even cooler. They're falling off though, because they're just epoxied on. I have plenty to replace. It's just they're coming off. Oh, there's one right there that just fell. Damn it. There's like 2 or 3, because this thing has fallen before, so there's a couple that have been busted out of the shell or whatever. But there's more in-depth photos of the whole thing on Instagram, so you guys can check it out there. The antler heads, these are real. This one was shot the year I was born, September 9th to be exact. It is a 6-point and it has a quartz hanging from it. This one, I don't like calling it a 4-point, but it is a 4-point. Like, it's uno, dos, tres, cuatro. But yeah, it's a little one, and it's got a clamshell with a rune in the center with some silver paint and an arrowhead shape too. And then wrapping this entire thing is wax twine. I'm okay. I like using it. It's just it falls apart easily, and I have had to glue some stuff back together. I have to glue this one back on because it's falling apart now too. The handle is a mix of deer hide and wax twine as well. I really love the deer hide that my grandmother gave me. I've mentioned it before, she's got like pounds of the stuff, and I love using it because it's so soft. And there's just wax twine here and there, like right there and there, and then there's some rune carvings and paintings all over this thing, different rune staves and knotwork in silver and red paint, and then some gold paint just to be fancy. But everything else was just shaved off and burned. Ooh, mosquito. And yeah, I really made this because 1, I want another one, and 2, I mentioned earlier, I want to do something for myself again, because everything else I'm building is either request or what people want to see. Like, they want to see Marvel, they don't want to see original stuff like this. And most of the time I get questioned like, well, what is that? Is it for like LARPing, or is it for like Dungeons and Dragons? I use it like a walking stick and for other things. And there's stuff in here in this dragon bag that I've made that I'll talk to you guys about later. But I'm out here for the sunset right now, and I figured I'd show you guys something for it. So I'm gonna get you out of this tree. So I'd come out here when I was a kid. I can't really get a good view of the sun, but I'd come out here when I was a kid and I would mess around with the trees and all that. And there was a little spot back here. This is just me being random for this discussing props video. Note to self, bring out a smaller walking stick. Sorry about that. But I'd come out here when I was a kid and there'd be a spot back here that I would take a nap in or whatever. And I think I'm too big for it now, but I'm not going to sleep like it tonight. It's going to get too cold for that. And I did not come out here prepared. But it looks like there's something out here. You guys see that right here there's a sink in compared to the rest of the flowers and weeds. But it goes back all the way. Oh, it goes right here too. All these are kind of crushed. It comes back over there too. And there's my little hidey hole. There's an indent down under there. Go around. Down in there, there's a little 2-foot sink in underneath the tree. But it looks like something's living in there because of all these plants that were squished. So I'm gonna leave it alone. You can see there's stuff walking back in there too. A lot of stuff. Most of those plants can live in low light. They've been stepped on. Like there's ones that have been crushed in the dirt, so there's probably a coyote nest around somewhere near. See if I can find any prints for you guys. So a lot of the dirt out here has since dried up from all the rain we got, but it's still kind of soft. My boot will leave an impression, just not one in the mud, or at least what's left of the mud. So I can't really get you any good prints, but I can get you a lot of disturbances that lead back into the deeper the woods. So I hope you guys enjoyed this small discussing props video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I encourage you to check out the rest of my channel. If you're new, like and subscribe today, hopefully, if you enjoyed the video, of course. And make sure to click that bell icon to receive notifications from whenever I upload. Because I don't have a set schedule, so whenever I upload, it's going to be like once in a blue moon. Unless I get back into it for like 3 days straight. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of the original builds, let me know. I can do that. I do have another build coming up, but I'm not sure whether to record it or not. It's just a World Serpent ring necklace. Like my friend asked me to make a ring. You'll find out if you guys want to see it. Just let me know. So otherwise, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I'm sorry I haven't uploaded much in the past couple weeks.